What's going on YouTube? My name is Hayden and I like music. And today we're going to be doing something that I'm going to call the Weekly 5. And that's going to be the top 5 songs for me from the last week. These are songs that I've been listening to very heavily, and either I just heard them or I'm revisiting them, but I've been listening to them nonstop. So I know that I haven't posted in a while on YouTube, but we're going to get right into this. It's going to be a little bit of a quicker video. But the first song that I've chosen for this little playlist is called The Food. It's by Common and Kanye West, two great rappers, and this song was actually featured on the Dave Chappelle show, which is one of my favorite shows. It's really good. But that's where I first heard the song, on that episode. I forget which one, but Chappelle would always have a guest on, and that day he had Common and Kanye, and this is a really good one that was on Common's B album. So without further ado, here is The Food.
Tonight's musical guests, two of Chicago's finest MCs. Give it up for Common and Kanye West.
It's common sense. Kanye West on the Dave Chappelle show. Everybody gotta eat, right, y'all? It's the food, baby.
Yo, I walked in the crib, got 2 kids and my baby mama late. So I had to did what I had to did, cause I had the kids.
Y'all know the spree wells and trucks is detail. Heartless females that wanna ride in them. Felt the south side venom and raw highs and denim. Them minds collide with them, a system that tries victims. I'm good in the hood like rats and gems. Throwbacks and Timbs, blacks and rims. Whether on ball courts, the tires of all sorts, we never fall short. With us, it's all force like Air Ones. Some waves, some air guns. The days of the fair one is over, folk.
I'm up all night, getting my money right, until the blue and whites. Now the money coming slow, but at least I can know slow motion better than.
Sing that, bitch, let me sing it.
Alright, so that was The Food by Common and Kanye West. One thing about this song is the production value is very, very interesting. So it was performed like live, like in front of the studio audience. So the vocals are all very muffled, as if they're, speaking into a heavily muffled mic, like almost like they had just a ton of pop filters on them, but just covered in that foam mesh that they use on stage. But yeah, I remember watching the video live performance, and it was just Common and Kanye just like in a kitchen setup, just rapping, and just Chappelle was just sitting in the back, just like chilling. But it was very interesting the first time I heard it, and it still has that same value to it. But the beat is just something that I can't get over. I think that's just classic Kanye production. And Kanye actually produced most of this album for Common. So, and he's a subtle feature on like most of the tracks, so it's very, very interesting album to listen to. I'd give it a listen to whoever, I'd recommend to whoever, because it's a good one. But the next song is gonna be 16 by Baby Keem, and so this one I had heard like a couple weeks ago for the first time. I never listened to the Melodic Blue. I heard good reviews on it. But I just never bothered to give it a listen. Now, after hearing this song, I think I might. I've heard a couple other tracks, but that's about it. But this one is, given the album title, it's very melodic. It's got a great chorus to it. I think Baby Keem has a good voice based on this song. So I'm eager to listen to this again in front of you, and maybe review the whole album one day. We'll see. But here we go, 16.
That you never had it. Don't tell nobody that you was abandoned. I'm the only one that know about your tragedy. I can't feel sorry when you lost random. I can't feel sorry I lost ransom. Won't you think about you and I? Just grab my hand and look me in the eye. Look, this ain't something you should decide. This ain't something that you should decide. Don't tell nobody appreciate yourself. Won't you think about you and I? Just grab my hand and look me in the eye. Look, this ain't something you should decide. This ain't something that you should decide. What's love? I guess I'll never understand. Every time I say sorry, I do that shit again. Check, check, check. I made a promise that I would never leave you stressed. I would be honest.
Alright, so that was 16 by Baby Keem. As you all could tell, it's a pretty emotional sounding song, and you could just feel the melody rock through that. So it wasn't so much about, Baby Keem's rapping, because I know that he's got that kind of ability, with like Family Ties. He can spit bars, but this one was different. So I don't exactly know where this fits in on the album, like what kind of vibe he gives from the beginning to the end. I know this is track 16, but I don't know how it feels, how it fits in with that, but this is a great standalone track in my opinion. I've been listening to this over and over again, and I just loved that chorus when he just goes, won't you think about you and I? That's such a great part. So I just think that combined with his ability to sing that well. I don't know if he's a good singer in general or if he kind of nailed that rhythm right there, but he did a great job on this one. So we're gonna move on to the third song, which is Hometown by 21 Pilots. A little bit different than my usual music taste, but 21 Pilots is very much a throwback group in my day, because I started on their stuff in middle school, and I really liked that Blurry Face album. That was great, and Hometown is off of that album. And some of their other newer stuff is good too, but I'm just not as much of an avid fan. But we're gonna get into this next track, Hometown.
A shadow to disappear at me, spirits in the dark are waiting. I will let the wind go quietly. I will let the wind go quietly.
Be the one to take my soul and make it undone. Be the one to take me home and show me the sun. Where we're from, there's no sun. Our hometown's in the dark. Where we're from, we're no one. Our hometown's in the dark. Our hometown's in the dark.
I will let the wind go quietly.
Put away all the gods your father served today. Put away your traditions, believe me when I say we don't know how to put back the power in our soul. We don't know where to find what once was in our bones.
Alright, so that was Hometown by 21 Pilots. Yeah, Josh Dunn goes crazy on those drums. I can play the drum set a little bit myself, and so he was always kind of an inspiration. I always like to try to pattern after his rhythms, especially on songs like Stressed Out. I mean, that was just an easy rhythm, like just to master with the hi-hat and kick, but he's good. I mean, especially when he just does those crazy drum rolls on songs like this. So that was a good one, and I really like Tyler singing in the song when he's going like, I like the part where he goes, put away, da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Like, I like those parts where he just kind of like does that quick repeat and then goes into his verse. I like the we don't know, da-da-da-do-do-do-do-do. Love that. So those are just kind of those key moments that I like. And the chorus is good too. I mean, where we're from, there's no sun, our hometown's in the dark. Very nice. So we'll go on to the fourth song, which is Race My Mind by Drake. Now, this album, CLB, got a lot of, Drake caught a lot of flack for this, for good reason. Number one reason is this album cover. There was no effort put into this. The branding with his album cover is so different than the initial trailer that he released, saying that it was gonna come out in January. I think that he released that on his birthday, like the year before this came out, and yeah, it was just not stylized at all similarly. So very weird. And I thought I listened to it, well, immediately once it dropped. All those years ago, it feels like I don't even remember when, but I felt that it was really, really corny. I didn't like most of the lyrics. It just felt very forced on Drake's part. But I've listened to it a couple more times, and some of the songs are starting to grow on me. One of those songs is Race My Mind, and I think this is one of those more melodic songs where Drake is more of a singer. It very much shows, and he has like one verse that's kind of like where he's spitting bars, but not really. It's just very much slow. Reminds me of his album Nothing Was the Same, but I'll go over that once we get to the song. So here we go.
Just hung up the phone at night. Could already tell that you come here home intoxicated. Ooh, so you better take your time. Think you fell fast asleep. I hope the niggas sleep. Wouldn't you even talk to me? No. For me, please, I wanted you to raise my mind. They said you got high as the sky. Up all night just dancing. Oh.
Picture me rolling through downtown in an A4. Picture my signature on a pair of some J4s. Picture me caring what niggas saying on Wi-Fi they don't pay for. Knew I needed love, but I think I value the hate more. All them other mistakes, let's let it be what it was. I want you to change my mind. I'm praying you pulling up. Know who you be around. I know that they teaming up.
All right, so that was "Race My Mind" by Drake. Seriously, I mean, I've listened to up until recently, I've listened to most of Drake's discography, and so this ranks really, really highly on my all-time favorite songs from Drake. And he's one of my top 3 favorite artists. I've said this for the past like few years. It's him and 2 others, which I'll reveal maybe later. But yeah, this song I thought was really well done. Production quality was great. I thought that in the beginning, like Drake really set the tone with, I forget how the song even started, but I think he went right into the chorus with that whole, says she coming home intoxicated. Like that part was very good because it's a nice flow. And then I like when he just drops his little like ad-libs, like his whoo, like that kind of stuff. Like is something different that Drake doesn't usually do. In terms of his singing ability, so that was nice to see on this song. And I don't know if you all heard it, but like there's that harp in the background, like that do 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 do. Like I didn't do that right, but it's got to be harp. It's some you hear those strings that are just playing in kind of those random spots, and I really appreciated that because it's not just like a beat where it's just constantly on loop. It felt more like spontaneous, like where that harp was played in the song. So I just felt that was a really nice touch by whoever produced it. I know Drake uses a lot of producers. He's got his engineer for his voice, and then he's got his producers who actually make the beat, and I'm sure he's got other people with hands on the project. But I think that this was a really well done track. Love the chorus, and I hope that you all caught those Biggie Smalls samples, because that was a nice touch. Biggie's one of my all-time favorite rappers, and so to hear his voice was nice. I'm pretty sure that's Biggie, because it sounds like him on the Big Papa track. It's not any lyric from that song, but that's what it sounds like. So that was Race My Mind by Drake. Add it to your playlist. And the fifth and final song is going to be Whatcha Say by Jason Derulo. So this song I've been hearing a lot lately, just in my daily life, just like in the ambiance of wherever I'm at. And I knew I had heard it before, but I didn't know really what it was called or who it was by. And, it's Jason. So, I mean, I like a lot of Jason's other stuff. I just never, like pinned this song to his name. But I've been listening to it for on repeat a little bit, and it's very catchy. It's not an all-time favorite track, but very catchy. We're gonna listen to it right now.
What did she say? What you say? That you only meant well, cause you did. What you say?
Jason Derulo.
That it's all for the best, cause it is.
I was so wrong for so long, only trying to please myself. So let me in, give me another chance to really be your man. Cause when the roof caved in and the truth came out, I just didn't know what to do. How could I live with myself, knowing that I let our love go? And ooh, what I do for one chance, I just gotta let you know.
What you say? That you only meant well, cause you did. What you say?
What you say? What you say?
What did she say?
Tell me what you say. I really need you in my life, cause things ain't right. Cause when the roof caved in and the truth came out, I just didn't know what to do. But when I become a star, we'll be living so large, I'll do anything for you. So baby, what you say?
What you say? That you only meant well. What you say? What did she say?
Beluga Heights.
All right, good stuff from Jason Derulo. Solid song. Like I said, not a super top favorite of mine, but it was a very sturdy track, I would say. No, the chorus is the best part for this one. That seems to be a trend for me in this video, and most music in general. But I loved I don't know whose voice that is, the female voice, but I don't know if it's a sample, but when they transition the sound between left and right speakers, it just gives a new audio experience, and I've touched on this in previous videos, but I think it's not super unique, but it's appreciated when artists do that and producers do that. So that was cool. And also Jason Derulo's part, I think it's you might call it a bridge, or maybe the pre-chorus, when he goes, well, when the roof caved in and the truth came out, I just didn't know what to do. That part is amazing. Like, just thinking about him putting the lyrics together there, they fit so well. That's really what it is. And he just, obviously with his voice and his talent, he just makes it sound good too. The verses, I could take or leave, because it kind of transitions the beat into like the, girl, what does he say? Girl, you don't know what you say, I say, stuff like that. Like, it's whatever. But that chorus is good. All right, so that was the fifth track. So I hope you've all enjoyed these 5 tracks of mine. I'll call this like the weekly 5. So I'll just top 5 songs of whatever week I decide to post this, of that I've been listening to. So, we'll get a good rotation in there, and you'll get to see what my music taste is more like, and we'll do some more album reviews. This video was kind of late. There's a lot of spacing, busy schedule, so we'll see what happens next. But if you're down for more music content, for sure, and we'll be doing other things in the future, then subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.